Hi, our names are Inverlis Maria Polo Alvarez and Natalie Martinez Bonilla. We are talking about our instructive understanding the software development life cycle, stages, methods, and best practice. In stages of the software development life cycle, we have 7 stages. First is planning. In this stage, the project goals and requirements are defined. Stakeholders must meet to identify the scope and risk of the software. Second is analyze. Here, the team collects and analyzes detailed information to understand what the software must do. A business analyst often writes specifications. Third stage is design. Designers create the architecture of the system. They decide how the software will look and work. Fourth stage is implementation coding. Developers write the code. This is one of the longest and most technical phases. Fifth stage is testing. The software is tested to find and fix bugs. Sixth stage is deployment. The product is launched and delivered to the customer or end users. Seventh stage is maintains. In this final stage, developers monitor and update the software. Now we have to talk about examples and case studies for each development software lifecycle. So first stage is planning. Our case study is a health app. Last month, a team started planning a health tracking app. They had to analyze the client's goals carefully. Their initial plan was more detailed than their previous project. It was the most organized kick-off meeting they had ever had. In this stage, you should always include stakeholders in this phase, and you must define clear objectives to avoid confusion later. In second stage, analyze. Our case study is an e-learning platform. While the analysts were interviewing teachers and students, developers were identifying systems needs. The new analysis document was more complete than the one used in a past project. They have created user stories based on a real educational problems. In this stage, you have to collect accurate data and you should avoid assumptions and verify all information. In third stage, design, our case study is an online banking app. Designers had to create a secure and user-friendly interface. They have chosen the cleanest and most intuitive layouts for users. The new interface was faster and safer than the old one. And in this stage, you must follow UX UI standards, and you should test your wireframes before your coding begins. Fourth stage is implementation. Our case study is a food delivery app, and so the team was coding the payment module while testers were preparing their scripts. This code base is more maintainable than their previous one. They have implemented the most efficient payment logic so far. And in this stage, you have to write clean, readable code. You must commit your changes frequently using version control. In 5 stage is testing. Our case study is travel booking website. The QA team was testing the reservation system when a major book appeared. Their bug report was more detailed than any they had written before. They have found their 32 bugs during the last sprint, and in this stage you must test every user path, and you should automate repetitive test cases when possible. In 6 stage deployment, our case study is fitness tracker. After completing all tests, the team developed the app to the App Store. This release was smoother than any of their previous developments. Users have downloaded the app over 10,000 times already. You have to monitor the deployment closely, and you should prepare all rollback plan in case of errors. 7th stage and last is maintenance. Our case study is social media platform. Since the launch, developers have fixed several issues and added small features. The last update was the most stable so far. They were responding to user feedback while working on new improvements. And in this stage, you must provide a continuous support, and you should track user behavior to identify problems early. And that's it. Now we will talk about popular methodologies about software developments. The most common are waterfall, Scrum, and Agile. So waterfall is a linear and sequential model. Each stage must be complete before moving to the next one. It is simple than Agile but less flexible. Scrum is a type of Agile focused on short sprints and regular team meetings. During the last sprint, we were updating the payment module. Scrum teams have to meet daily to ensure progress. Agile is an interactive and flexible model that encourages collaboration and fast changes. Agile is the most popular methodology, and nowadays teams have used it to deliver faster results. Finally, we are going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the most popular software development lifecycle methodologies. So, we have a waterfall methodology. The advantages is easier to manage because each phase is clearly defined. It's the most structured approach, which helps when the project scope is fixed. Documentation is detailed, so you have to follow it strictly. You should use it when the requirements are clear and unchanging. Disadvantages are it is less flexible than agile. Changes are difficult to make once development starts. You must wait until the testing phase to find errors, which can be risky. It is slower compared to interactive methods. Now, Agile methodology. The advantages are Agile is more flexible and faster than Waterfall. It allows for constant feedback and improvements. Developers have to work closely with clients and testers, which improves communication. It's the best choice for the projects that need frequent updates. Disadvantages are it requires high involvement from clients and teams. They must be available at all times. Documentation may be lighter, so new team members should ask for clarification. Agile is less predictable than Waterfall in terms of timeline and cost. A Scrum framework advantages are it focus on teamwork and frequent deliveries. You should use it for complex projects with involving goals. Daily meetings help the team stay aligned. Everyone must participate. It is more collaborative than traditional models. Disadvantages are it can be more chaotic if roles and responsibilities aren't clear. Team members have to be disciplined and self motivated. It is not the most suitable for short term or solo projects. And that's it. Thank you very much for listening our instruct.